Hello guys, this is Professor Tolia from City University of New York. At this lecture, you're gonna learn how to use the function. In previous lecture, you have learned that how you can write a formula. For example, you wrote a formula for finding the average of three grades. But what happens if it's not only three grades? For example, you want to find the average for 100 items. At that time, it's not easy. So, it's not easy to write a formula. So, what is the solution? The solution is using the function. So, what is the function? You can find the function, you can use the functions in the toolbar by clicking. So, here you can find the AutoSum function, and by clicking on the solid rectangle triangle, you can find a list of the functions. Here you can see the list of the functions, that the five functions that frequently we use them, they are the most famous functions. They are listed here, that they are sum for finding the uh, addition of the list, average for finding the average of the list. For example, three grades that we had, count numbers for counting the numbers. For example, we want to find out how many numbers we have in this column. Max for finding the maximum numbers. For example, we want to find the maximum grade we had for quiz 2. What is the maximum grade? Mean is the for finding the minimum number of the list, for example the minimum grade that we had here. Now, how we can use the functions? You have two options, for by clicking here, or like a formula that you started by the equal sign. So you start by equal sign and then write the name of the function yourself. For example, average, and then equal, then you should open the parentheses. When you open the parentheses, you will see that the template of this function, that you should give the first argument, and then by the semicolon you finish the first item and you will go to the second item. So for example, the first item is this one, and then we should use the semicolon. Look at here that what happened when I choose the semicolon. So right now the number 1, the argument 1 is bold. It means that we should give the first argument. When I use the semicolon, okay, this one is finished. Now the second one is it made bold, and I should give the address for the second argument. Now use the semicolon. Okay, this one finished, and we should give the third one. Now we have the three items that we want to find the average of them. So now right now we should close the parentheses and press the enter. When you press the enter, you will see that you have the it's finished and you have the answer. Again, you can use the autofill function. What is the autofill function? In previous lecture I have introduced you this function. So you don't need to write a function for each student. You can write for one student and then apply it for all of the students. How you can do this? So you should select the cell that you wrote the function inside of that, and then you should find the right corner of the cell at the bottom, that you can see here. We have a solid square. So when you find that with your cursor, you will see that the cursor is changed to the solid plus sign. When it is changed to the solid plus sign, take this square. How? By clicking on that, by hold the left click of your mouse and drag and drop here. Release the mouse, the left click of the mouse here at the end of the list. When you drop, you will see that it applies for all of the students. Now imagine that we want to find the average for each quiz. So for example, we want to see that what is the average of all the students for quiz 1, what is the average of this exam. So for example, average of exam. For finding the average of the exam, so we want to apply it from this cell F7 to F22. So we have a lot of cells that we want to find the average of them, but they are the consecutive cells. So should we write all of the names? All of the so should we mention the address of all of the cells? No, you only, because they are consecutive, so you only, so let me show you. It is started with equal sign, write the average, then open the parentheses, then write the first cell of this list, that it is F7, and then by semicolon, no, not semicolon, by the colon, and then this cell. As you can see here, we selected all the area of all cells that we want to find the actually average of them. Then close the parentheses and enter. You can see here that we found the average of all of the students. So when you want to find the, for example, when you want to find the non-consecutive cells, the average of non-consecutive cells, the separator is semicolon. But if you find this, if you want to find the consecutive cells, the average of consecutive cells, at this time you are using the colon. So right now I found the average for this class. Should I write the new function for the other class? No, you don't need it. Again, you are using the autofill function. The autofill function is automatically fill the result for you, for it apply the formula for all students. How we can do it? This time we are using for the row. The last time we applied for the one column. Here we want to apply it for one row. So take the solid square here, and yes, you will find it here. Okay, so you found the average for each classes, for each quizzes actually. For quiz 1, the average is this one, for quiz 2 average is this, and for quiz 3 the average is this. Okay, in the next lecture we will talk about what is the absolute addressing and what is the relative addressing. See you in next lecture.